Oh, this is going to be a short one, but I promised you guys a follow-up. I didn't realize how long it's been, and I was trying to adhere to the new, well, not new, we implemented back in like May or June, our new review guidelines, giving the companies a chance to respond. And, I reported the issues we had with this printer back on Tuesday, December 8th, and I'm actually going to show you my private conversations here I had with the rep named Chris. He's the guy I was dealing with over there at TiVo, and he's the one who sent me the printer. So gave them plenty of time to respond. I'm just exiting out of some of my programs here. Gave them plenty of time to respond to send out the correct board that was supposed to be in here, which was the MKS S Gen L. And the one I got had the MKS Gen L. Now, I got a couple people that emailed me directly telling me that they had the same bait and switch pulled on them. As you can see here, there is the, forgot, I put my camera on, manual focus on live stream. Hang on. There we go. Now we'll have the autofocus back. Anyways, so here you go. You can see there's a Gen L, and this is another thing that was interesting, and one of the other people in the comments on the other video noticed the jumper settings are wrong for TMC 2208s. You're only supposed to have 2 of the 3 jumpers on when you're running TMC 2208s. So not only is the wrong board in there, the configuration for the board is not correct, and I'm also going to show you guys the damaged driver here. That this is, so there's no char marks, but I did put this into a board and apply power, and a little puff of smoke came out of it. So it's definitely shot, and I'll show you what the issue is. So here's a correct, not damaged driver. You can see a little potentiometer here. And here's one of the drivers that they included in the machine. So you can see side by side kind of here. You can see this one's clearly damaged. So they clearly have not powered these on because the jumper settings are not correct. That driver would have let the smoke out had I powered it on the stream. I plugged this into another board I had laying around that was just like a board that one of the hot end MOSFETs failed. I use it for testing, and I put that in the E2 driver, and as soon as power applied, some smoke came out of that potentiometer. So, yeah. So anyways, here's my conversations. You guys can see that I'm not BSing here. I literally sent him a message right when we were doing the stream stuff, showing the damage and that the board. I said, here, a couple issues with the machine. It has the wrong board in. E-driver's damaged. Need a new SGNL board sent out and a new E-driver. And he says he doesn't have stock. And then I call him out. I said, the product page says SGNL. We received the Gen L. Are you shipping the Tarantula RS with a Gen L and S Gen L? And he says, S Gen L during March to June, that's out of stock. We tested the Gen L, same printing result for S Gen, so we decided to use it. So here he is admitting that their advertisement is false. Right here, go ahead and take a screenshot of that if you'd like. And then I have, here's more of the conversation just so you guys can see. I blurred out my personal information for obvious reasons. Gave him my shipping address. He said, we will send you S-Gen board and E-driver. And then I followed up multiple weeks later. You can see here, I sent him my information here on the 9th. And then I followed up on the 23rd, say, hey, did those parts check out? He said, hey, brother, yes, I'll check it. So he's telling me they shipped, and he's going to check it. So I assumed he would give me a tracking number, except there was just no response. So here's the rest of it. And I followed up on January 4th, which was 2 weeks ago. And I said, hey there, can you send me the tracking number? And now he wants me to purchase the parts from Amazon. I'm not purchasing the parts, and I'll show you why. Because this is what they pull with people. So they'll send you out, they'll bait and switch you on the board. They'll send you out stuff that doesn't work, and that's damaged, that's incorrectly set up. And then they'll tell you go buy the parts, and we'll pay you back. And I said, hi there, I'd rather you send us the board with the firmware pre-flash on the printer so we can test it with all the parts as provided. Because anyways, they're bait and switching you guys. They're sending you guys out Gen L boards, which are inferior to the S Gen Ls. Even though they're advertising it, that it's coming with an S Gen L, that it's coming with a 32-bit board, you're getting an 8-bit board that's improperly set up on the jumper configs. And if you have any issues, you're shit out of luck. Which echoes the response that I got from here. Here's another guy. And this is what the guy says in here. This is a screenshot of a comment on the video that is still up. And that video links to this one already. And you can see here that he got an MKS Gen L as well. Yeah, again here, they advertise as Wi-Fi printing. There's no support for that. The instruction directions are terrible. The Homer's tech support, I tried contacting them outside of Chris with one of the email addresses I found. Haven't got a reply from that. You see here, they tried pulling the same shit on this guy. So he actually bought it and he said they'll refund me the charge for the board within 24 hours. It's been 4 days, no refund. And he also found the same thing here too. And this comment is what led me to check this offline and show you guys that they didn't take off the jumpers. You're supposed to have 2 jumpers. I believe it's MS2 and 3, or it's 1 and 2. I think it's 2 and 3. I have to look it up, but you're only supposed to use 2 jumpers with the 2208s on these boards. So that's about it. These are 2208 chips on here. I don't know who makes them. It just says 2208 version 1.1. They look like Feistek ones, which are known to be garbage. So at this point, the same experience I had as someone, they sent the printer out to be reviewed. Okay. But I had, at least they're consistent, I had the same experience, which is shit, as a customer and as other customers have told me. There's also a lot of other details on shadiness with the company in general. One of them being, there's a guy named Andrew S. who, he might be watching this, he may not, but he actually worked with them about a year ago when they were still known as TiVo. Homer's and TiVo are the same company. There's something weird with basically the gist of it, from what I understand and the information I have, is that TiVo went bankrupt. They reorganized and refounded themselves as Homer's. And from what I understand, I've had other companies tell me, including Big Tree Tech, tell me that TiVo screwed them out of tens of thousands of dollars and multiple other suppliers as well. So I'm wondering if that's why they can't get any MKS boards, because they screwed over MKS and they can't purchase products from them anymore because they're a terrible, illegitimate, shady company. You know you're bad when you get blacklisted from other Chinese companies. And then, anyways, the guy Andrew S., I don't know if he wants to say his full name, but that's what he goes by on here on YouTube, so that's how I'll refer to him. I know him and a bunch of other people were working on making sales and selling TiVo products about a year ago, and they had racked up and made a bunch of sales for them, and they were supposed to be paid out a commission, and then when it came time to actually pay the commission out, which was a substantial amount, they said, screw you, and didn't pay them. Another person who you guys know is someone who I met through the community and I consider a friend, Jim Edgeworth from the Edge of Tech. He was doing a giveaway and Homer's agreed to give them a printer for the giveaway, and they ghosted him. They absolutely ghosted him. If it wasn't for the generosity from Lux and Watts, which is a Creality reseller, they wouldn't have had a printer to give away, because Homer/TiVo, whatever the hell you want to call this shady ass company, was like, oh yeah, we'll do it. So they promoted the hell out of it. Then again, when it came time to pay up, gone. So fuck TiVo, fuck Homer's, don't buy their products. You're going to get stuff that isn't as advertised. You're going to get broken stuff that clearly isn't tested. And if you need any help, you're shit out of luck. So I will not be doing any more printer reviews for Homer's or TiVo's or whatever else they decide to rebrand. And I'm also going to put out a little more information here, which was really weird because I just started talking to this guy and he's asking me to process payments for them because their PayPal account got closed due to high refunds. Let me explain to you what that is. This guy was asking me to process their payments using our company PayPal account because they have so many issues because they're selling shit that PayPal closed their account. PayPal closes your account if you are selling garbage and you don't stand behind that garbage. So If I'm selling a bunch of shitty ass printers that are falsely advertised that are crap quality, like Homers and TiVo do, and I get a bunch of chargebacks and PayPal disputes, PayPal closes your account. That was the first, that was like before I even got the printer. He was asking me this, and I told him no. And I just kind of pushed ahead, and my gut was telling me that it ends up being right. They're a shady company. Don't buy Homers, don't buy TiVo, and that's all there is to it. Who wants this box of shit? Seriously. If someone, I'm not going to ship it, but if someone wants to come pick up this box of shit that is a Homers printer, you can take it for free. I don't care. So if you're in the area, I'm not shipping it. Someone can come take this free and clear. I want it out of my office. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to throw it in the trash, to be completely honest. I'm not even going to bother trying to fix it. I'm not going to bother trying to build it. I don't need any more machines. Honestly, it was a waste of my time. And I'm a little insulted that they literally wasted my time. So that's it. Don't buy Homers. Don't buy TiVo. You're not going to get support. You're not going to get what you paid for. If I paid for this, I would be sending this back, and I probably would have to do a chargeback because I highly doubt they would refund me. So yeah, I have no use to strip it. I have so many other parts here. This stuff is useless. Like, what do I got? A shitty solid state relay and an MKS Gen L and a shitty power supply. I've got motors and stuff. I have this is nothing of value. It's a box of crap. I've got so much crap. So if you're near Hobart, Indiana, someone can take it. I'll see if Aaron wants it. I don't know. Either way, I'm not doing anything with it. I'm not going to finish building it. I'm not going to fix it. I'm just going to tell you guys because it's very clear that this is what they're doing. He even acknowledged in the message I showed you guys that they're just bait and switching the boards. That's enough for me not to recommend it. Stay away from TiVo. Stay away from Homers or whatever the hell they call it. And that's it. So maybe Chris will get back to me now, but I honestly don't care. He can try messaging me, but was this over a month? Yeah, it was over a month. He had over a month to just cough up a tracking number with the correct parts. And like I said, it wasn't an accident that I got a Gen L instead of an S Gen L. He literally admitted it in the message that they just switched it out. And yeah, they're lying to you guys. So that's it. You guys have a good night, and don't give your money to Homers or TiVo if you actually want a working product. That's all there is to it. Bye-bye now. Happy printing.